Hello, this is Malorian, and this will be a 2,000 point game of my Deathwing against some Tyranids. So the game we got was with 4 objectives. Those will be the pizzas, and we're on table quarters. So from my side over here, I have my 8 units Terminators, and I got the 3 Cyclones, the 3 Assault Cannons. I got Belial in there. And then for his side, he has 3 Trigon Primes. He has 2 big units of Hormagaunts, 1 big units of Termagants. They're all set up with the Poison and the Furious Charge and all that good stuff. He has 2 Venom Thropes, and then he has 2 units of 15 Gargoyles, and he also has a Prime that just has like Rending and stuff like that. So anyway, just a whole bunch of guys. In a way, I'm feeling pretty good because I know for the little guys I can just shoot them up. But then for the big guys, I have to dedicate my shooting on to them. And so I know I'm going to be making some tough calls of whether I'm going to be shooting as big monsters or as little ones. But, you know, I just kind of take him as he comes. And one of the things I'm going to be looking for, too, is I know that if I can get him in combat, that I can actually kill him faster by him having fearless checks on his own guys. So we'll see how that goes. So I have first turn. I'm primarily just moving up. Most of my shooting goes into the Hormagaunts, killing a good number of them, and then also only managing to do 1 wound on the lead Trigon Prime, so that's no good. On his turn, everything moves up. These Hormagaunts charge in here. His Hormagaunts wanted to charge on the other's flank as well, but they're just barely out. And at the end it looks like this. So his 1 lead Trigon Prime shoots into Belial's unit, kills 1 Terminator and does a wound to him. His charge into me at the bottom does absolutely nothing. I kill a good amount back. He, from fearless tests, loses a whole bunch more. And really the big thing that was from this turn is that he was just having a hell of his time trying to move out. And that's the problem with this table quarter deployment with hordes like this, is that you just get so bogged down trying to find room for all your guys that want to be speeding out but just don't have the room. So on my turn, I take the fight to him, and I go and I shoot up a bunch of these other Hormagaunts and charge them. And so after my turn 2, it looks like this. So his Hormagaunts on the right there, he only has a couple left. The Hormagaunts at the top, I really didn't do as well against them as I thought I would. But hey, whatever, you know, they're pretty damaged. And the main thing is that, you know, when it comes down to it, it's all about scoring units. He only had 3 of them, and 2 of them are pretty much toast. Otherwise, a lot of my shooting was focused on killing the lead Trigon Prime, and I managed to take him down. So his side, he sends his 1 Trigon into the right unit there, and that's great because that's actually, not only is it one of my non-scoring ones, but also has 2 Thunderhammers, so I think that was a bit of an error there. His other Trigon was just didn't run far enough in order to get in, and his Gargoyles went and charged my Terminators at the top, so they're probably done for, but they're another one that's not scoring. And then otherwise, he charged in his Venom Thrope, and I think that was just more for a joke, because he saw things were going sour already. So end of his turn, it looks like this. Of course, the Venom Thrope and those last 2 Hormagaunts are dead. I really smashed up that 1 Trigon Prime, but he's still alive. And otherwise, I'm just holding on with 1 Terminator at the very top there. So my turn 3, I really just go and I shoot up his other Trigon, charge in with 2 units. I got 2 units charging into his Gargoyles, and just looking to really rip them apart this turn. And yeah, it pretty much works out perfectly. Both Trigon Primes are now dead. My 1 last Terminator at the very top is dead, but hey, all those Hormagaunts are gone. The Gargoyles broke from combat. They're going to be running off the board next turn. And so really all he has left is his Termagants, his 1 Prime, and 1 other unit Gargoyles. But, I mean, they don't really stand a chance. So his turn, he charges on in, you know, does some shooting, doesn't do anything. And now his Prime is here to fight my Belial. And like you might expect, it didn't work out too well for him. I did 2 wounds to his Prime. He did nothing to Belial. I crushed his Gargoyles, and then it was just perfect for the fearless test that he was completely wiped out. So my turn 4 is just a simple matter of shooting these Termagants. They break, and that's the game. So victory to the Deathwing, and I think the largest factor here was his deployments, just the fact that when you have to do the table quarters deployment with a horde like this, you just can't bring everything to bear. Meanwhile, with all my shooting, I can be taking out the targets I need to. As his Trigons came forward, I could focus on them, take them out with combat as well, and really, it was just a great situation for me. All of his Gaunts and his Hormogaunts, if they would have gotten to me, could have done a lot of damage if I was failing my armor saves, but the other thing in this game is that I was doing my 2+ save higher than average, so it was just a slaughter, and I felt kind of bad for my opponent, but hey, well, at least we got a game in, so hope you guys like seeing some Terminators doing the business.